Hi friends, it's Jessie here. Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. I have a budget video for you today. We are going to be doing all of my expense tracking for the first week in April. It's all of the transactions from April 1st through the 8th. Typically, my budget starts on a Tuesday because my husband and I are paid every Tuesday. So I typically track from Tuesday to Monday. However, with the way that the dates fell for April, I also have some transactions from the 1st that I'm going to be including in here. So the way that I like to do my expense tracking is I write down every single penny that I spent throughout that week, and then I like to go in and categorize them. And I like to color code them using highlighters to make it really easy for me to then use that information to fill in my budget for the month, my hybrid budget here. I'll check in for week 1. That will be a separate video. Today's video is just the expense tracking. So I have my expense tracker here. This is what it looks like up close. Isn't that pretty? This is my printable worksheet design for April. If you have not yet created your April budget, or you just want to pretty it up a little bit, you can get access to my printable budget worksheets a couple of different ways. You can join my channel membership. That is the most inexpensive way to get access to these. Join at the Budget Bestie tier. If you click the join button below this video, it'll pop up a little window and show you all of my membership tiers as well as their perks and all the information. The Budget Bestie tier gets you access to all of my budget worksheets in this design, including this expense tracker. You can just download it, print it yourself at home. All of my worksheets are this 8.5 by 11 size, so it prints on just a standard sheet of paper, and you can just print them as many times as you want to help you figure out your budget, make it pretty. I know for me, if I have a pretty worksheet to look at, I am far more likely to actually update my budget. The other way you can get access to them if you don't want to commit to a monthly membership is you can go down to the subscription box and click the link for my Etsy shop where you can purchase the worksheets as a bundle. So if you want to have a pretty April budget, that's how you can do that. All right, so I have my pen here, and I'm essentially just gonna start at the top of the page with April 1st, write down all of my transactions, how much they were, categorize everything, and then at the end we will get everything highlighted and get totals for all of my budget categories to make it super easy for me to check in with my budget. So we're starting with April 1st with my BarkBox subscription. So I have a membership to BarkBox for my dog Maple. When we got my puppy, I signed up for a year's worth of BarkBox. I have since canceled that. So once my year finishes, which I think happens in either June or July, I will no longer be charged for this. But for now, it's still coming out of my account. It is under the category of auto pay, which is a line item in my budget that I have for all of this type of transaction, all my memberships, my streaming services, that sort of thing that come out of my account automatically. And the amount was $28.31. So I just put that here under this withdrawal section. The great thing about my expense tracker is that you can use it like a checkbook register where you can track all of your withdrawals from your account and your deposit, keep track of your ending balance. I personally don't do that. I just use it to track my transactions. Personal finance is personal. You can do whatever you want, whatever works for you. This is what works for me. Okay, also on the 1st, I had a Patreon membership come out. I have a handful of creators that I really like to support, some of them through Patreon, some of them through YouTube membership. And that is one of them. That is also from the auto pay category. and the amount was $1.50. Okay, on the 2nd, apparently that was it for the 1st. On the 2nd, I had our Hulu membership come out. That is also under the auto pay category. We have the Hulu no ads plan, and it is $17.99 for us. All right, moving on to the 3rd. Here's where some bills are coming out. Starting with lot rent, which is one line item that I have lumped a couple of different things into. It is the rent for the lot that our home sits on. We are in a mobile home. We own the mobile home free and clear. We don't have a mortgage or anything, but we do rent the lot. It's in a mobile home community, aka a trailer park. So that's part of this. Also, our monthly water bill gets lumped in and paid with this, and our cable TV and internet. We have a bundle that the cable and internet company gave our community a deal, I guess. And it's much cheaper to get both cable and internet through our mobile home community with that deal than it is to just have internet alone as a separate thing. So we pay all 3 of those things with one payment to our mobile home community. So it's just one line item here. That is categorized as bills because unlike these 3 things I've already discussed, this lot rent is something I have to go in and pay manually. That's how I differentiate between bills and auto pay. I know that's pretty self-explanatory, but just in case you were confused. And the amount for our lot rent was $712.57. Okay. Also on the 3rd, I went and did our grocery shopping for the week. I went to Walmart, and actually I didn't go to Walmart. I just placed a Walmart delivery order. So this category is grocery. This is one of our variable categories. And the amount that I spent was $292.06. When I wrote my April budget, I had said that I was going to try to stick with around $250 a week. Clearly, I did not meet that goal this week. So I guess we could call this an episode of overspending with Jessie. It's tough to stick to that grocery budget with the prices of everything, the different diet plans that my family is on and everything. Lumped in with our groceries is also a lot of our like cleaning supplies, household products, as well as like pet food and stuff. So I'm finding it difficult. I'm hoping that because I spent a little bit more this week, I'll be able to spend a little bit less next week, but we'll have to see. So that was groceries. On the 3rd, I paid our DTE bill, which is our electricity provider. And so that category is bills. We are on a budget billing plan, and we pay $212.11 a month for that. On the 4th, we paid our camper payment. That is categorized as a bill as well. And the amount that I spent there was $200. In addition to that, on the 4th, we went and did some more grocery shopping. Just had to pick up a couple of things that this Walmart delivery order didn't end up delivering. We had a few items that were unavailable, so I ran to Meijer to pick up those couple of things. So that is considered grocery. And that was $35.51. On the 5th, we had some more bills that I needed to pay. So there was car insurance, which is considered a bill. And that amount was $504.81. We also paid our golf cart payments. And the amount there is $150. So most of our transactions, most of our bills come out in the first week of the month. So there's a lot of transactions to get through with this pay period, but then subsequent weeks there's fewer. Just so happens that our bills are sort of front-loaded at the beginning of the month. Okay, on the 5th, we had our storage unit, which is under bills. That amount was $92.70. All right, so I believe that was everything on the 5th. Moving on to the 6th, my husband went to a local store and spent something. I'm not sure exactly what this was. He typically uses cash for his spending, but in this case, he used our credit card. Don't know what it was, but it was $11.09, and I am categorizing that as spending. Also on the 6th, I had a YouTube membership come out. Like I said, I do have a couple of creators that I like to support. This is the auto pay category. And that was $4.99. On the 6th, I had some spending that I did at Walmart. I picked up a couple of clothing items. So that is coming out of spending. And I spent $61.79. Okay, moving on to the 7th. We had Five Guys. They just opened up a Five Guys near us, and we are big fans of that place. But it's expensive. We fed 4 people, and it cost us $86.64. So that's categorized as eating out, and that is more than I wanted to spend in a week. I believe when I wrote my budget, I said I was going to try to keep it to around $75 a week. So more overspending there. That means I will have to spend less in subsequent weeks in order to make up for that. Okay. On the 7th, we had, let's see, New York Times. That is auto pay. And the amount that was withdrawn there was $1.04. Also, my husband's Audible subscription. Another auto pay line item, and that was $16.95. So you can see all of these auto pay things are generally pretty inexpensive, like $50-ish or less. So it just makes sense to me for in my monthly budget to group all of those into one line item rather than have, like 20 different teeny tiny transactions to write in individually. So I write them out individually in my expense tracker to keep track of the comings and goings, but I just have it as one line item here in my monthly budget right here, auto pay, $300. So that explains that. On the 8th, which is the last day that we're doing our tracking, I ordered from Way and I got some hair products that I needed, so that is considered spending. And that was $61.27. Also ordered a couple of things from Amazon. And I ordered these both on the same day, but they separated the transactions, so I'm going to write them out as 2 transactions. The first was $20.13. I ordered the cleaning solution for our robot vacuum / mop, which I absolutely love. But we needed more cleaning solution, so that's what that was. And then also I ordered a replacement filter for our air purifier. So that's coming out of spending as well. And that amount was $31.79. Okay, so I believe that is everything. Now, the fun part. This speaks to my elementary school art class aesthetic, I guess. We're gonna highlight everything, categorize it by color. It's just so much fun. I'm gonna use my mild liners for this. I love these. They're my favorite highlighters. They're such beautiful, vibrant colors, but not like fluorescent. They're called mild liners because they're a little bit milder than your typical fluorescent orange and yellow and blue highlighters. Okay, so we're gonna start out with auto pay. And for auto pay, I'm gonna use this fun color here, which is blue-green. And I'm just gonna go down the line and highlight everything and add things up so that we can get a total. Okay, so we're just going to kind of highlight and add as we go here. So we had $28.31 plus $1.50 plus $17.99 plus, I cannot highlight in a straight line to save my life, $4.99 plus $1 for $16.95, and I believe that is everything. Let's bring the line down here for a total of $70.78 in auto pay. Okay. Next up, we have bills. For bills, I'm going to use this blue color, which the name for this particular one is all in Japanese, so I could not tell you what this color is called, but it's a really beautiful blue. All right, we'll start with lot rent. $712.57 plus DTE $212.11 plus $200 for our camper, $504.81 for car insurance, $150 for our golf cart, $92.70 for our storage units, and I believe that is everything for bills. $1872.19. Yikes. But like I said, primarily our bills come out this first week, so there will be very small amount of money throughout the rest of the month for bills. Okay, next we'll do grocery, and we'll do grocery in this yellow color. This particular one is gold. So we have this Walmart transaction for $292.06 plus, $35.51 for a total of $327.57. So I'm gonna go ahead quickly and do eating out since we have just that one transaction for $86.64. And then last but not least, we will do spending, which I will use this beautiful purple that matches April perfectly. And this one is called Violet. So we have 1109 plus 6179 plus 6127 plus 2013 plus 3179, 186.07. And just in case you're wondering, these Amazon transactions I told you were for some household items, an air filter replacement, some cleaning solution. I said earlier in this video that household items like that were typically under our grocery category. And that's true when I purchase them essentially from Walmart along with our groceries. If I have a separate transaction at a different store or through Amazon, a lot of times I will categorize it as spending. Ultimately, it doesn't really matter so long as my transactions are accounted for. But I just thought I would go ahead and explain that in case you were confused. Like, wait, you said that cleaning supplies were under grocery and now you're categorizing them as spending. A lot of times I order my household items from Walmart at the same time that I do my grocery shopping. So in that case, it's just easier to include that under my grocery category rather than going through and kind of separating out the transactions on the receipt. Does that make sense? I hope so. So that was 186.07. Really quick, I'll go ahead and get a total just for funsies here. So we spent a lot of money this month, or this week rather. If this was all we had spent for the month, it wouldn't be so bad, but alas, this is just 1 week of spending for us. $25.43.25. Yeah, lots of money going out this week, but subsequent weeks will be less. All right, so that's it for my expense tracking for this first week in April. I am going to next up film my budget check-in where I use all of this information to help fill out my hybrid budget worksheet. So be on the lookout for that video coming soon. Right here. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, will you please give it a thumbs up? That really helps out my channel. Don't forget to subscribe. I would love to have you come back for more videos. If you want these beautiful budget worksheets, make sure that you check out the description box, either my Etsy shop or my channel membership. I'd love to have you. Thank you, and I will see you next time.